Oh, hey, could you pass me a pen? Thank you. Oh, could you pass me the glasses on the table? A pen, the glasses. Say what? When do we use a or an, and when do we use the? English articles can be confusing, but we're going to figure it all out here. There are two easy ways to know. You don't even have to be amazing at grammar to do this, and you're going to know how to use your articles correctly after this video. I'm Erin Lebax. This is High Value Writing. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about when to use a or an or the in English. First example, what if we needed a mug? Two different options, right? Hey, please hand me a mug. In fact, I have one right here, which is small. Please hand me a tiny mug. That would work. Or what if there were lots of mugs? Which one does Erin want? The tiny one. Please hand me the tiny mug. A tiny mug, the tiny mug. How do we know which? Well, it depends on the two things coming up. Number one, can you point at it? If you cannot point at the specific one that you want, you probably need a or an. Usually a, but an if it's right before a vowel. And we'll have an example on that in a moment. But if it can be any mug and we can't point directly at the mug we want, then we're using a mug. Please hand me a mug, a glass, a pen, whatever. But if it's a specific one and I could point at it like the glasses on the table, you know, those red ones, the red glasses, I can point at them specifically, like please hand me the gray mug. So that's one question you can ask yourself. Can I point at the exact one I'm talking about? If so, use the. If not, use a, because that one is more general. All right, second trick you can use to choose which article to use. Does it matter which mug? Could it be any mug, or is it that mug specifically? So when it does not matter which one and any is fine, we're using a, or maybe an if it's a vowel right afterwards, right? But if it does matter which one, yes, that one is the one that I want. Now we're using the. Couple of examples here. 80% of new students took a history class. Do we know which one here? No. Any history class is what we're talking about. But if we're being more specific, 55% of new students took the International History of Trade class. Yes, it does matter which history class. We mean that one specifically, the International Trade class. Let's look at another example, and then we're going to have kind of a fun mini quiz where you can try this out quickly yourself. Second example, following the same guidelines. He proposed hiring an additional technician. Can we point at which technician we want? Not yet. We want another one. Where are they going to come from? We don't know. It's kind of like any technician at this point, right? But what if we do know he proposed hiring the technician who used to work at the university? It does matter which one now. We are saying that one specifically. Okay, tangent, quick side note, you probably noticed the an right there. Why are we doing that? Because we have a vowel coming up, additional. And I bet you mostly know how to do this where you switch from a before a consonant to an before a vowel. Both of those, though, representing that any will do, not that specific one. Okay, here's quiz time. There are 4 questions, and then I'll go over the answers right afterwards. You can try this out yourself. Many businesses were affected by 2009 recession, a or the. The new laws were designed to help prevent a or the recession. My supervisor suggested I serve on a or the committee this year. They're looking for new members on a or the employee recognition committee. Couple different ways you could interpret a couple of these. So think about what you want to do. Do they feel like we could point at the specific one we want? Then we're using the. If it's like any of them is what we're talking about, then we're using a. Let's check out the answers. Businesses were affected by the 2009 recession. What was my clue there? The year was shown. So you know it's going to be that specific one that year. And so it would not make sense to use a meaning any. We don't mean any. We mean the one in 2009. On the other hand, the new laws were designed to help prevent a recession, any at all, any time, right? Okay, conversely, my supervisor suggested I serve on a committee this year. Go find one. We'll see which one is the right fit. At this point, it feels like maybe any committee. Side note, if you've already talked about something and we know you're talking about a specific committee, I can imagine saying, yeah, my supervisor suggested I serve on the committee if we already know which specific one. So if you put the on that one, that might be why. Another clue in the last one, though, they're looking for new members on the Employee Recognition Committee. What's the clue here? The proper nouns, the capitalized letters. It shows that this is one specific committee, that year, we're using the. All right, let me know what questions you have. I hope this clears things up about when to use a or the English articles. And let me know what your questions are, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.